AI has evolved dramatically in 3 years. From a single chatbot in your web browser, like ChatGPT, Claude, to full ecosystems of models, products that are super powerful, but also super confusing. Most people have no clue how this actually works. So they cannot pick the right tool for themselves, their teams, or their business, and they can't tell what's hype from what's real. And maybe it's your case. I run a community of business owners who use AI to run their business. So they are advanced users, but most of them are still confused by these AI ecosystems, about Anthropic ecosystem, about OpenAI ecosystem, about Google AI, Gemini ecosystem. It's overwhelming, and it leads to missing out on the real power of AI for you. In the next few minutes, I will give you a map that will clarify everything, and you will understand this stuff better than 99.99% of people. Guaranteed. With this map, you will make better choices and you will spot the noise in the AI hype before it costs you time and money. If you don't know me, I'm Daron Vener. I've been running my own business with AI since end of 2022. And in summer 2025, I've built a full AI operating system to run my entire business inside Claude Code. And inside my school community, I give my members the systems to build their own AI workspace that fit their needs, all in Claude Code. Now, let's dive in. Let me show you the map that will clarify everything for you. What I'm gonna show you is super useful if you have a business, or if you want to improve your productivity, or if you want to equip your teams with the proper AI tools that will match your business goals, right? And so I will show you how modern AI actually works. Now, this is one map that will help you choose the right tools, empower your team, and see through the hype instead of guessing, because it will give you a clear picture of how these ecosystems, OpenAI, Claude, Anthropic, Google, actually works. And you will see they are structured the same manner. I will take the example of Anthropic ecosystems because that's the one I've been using the most. A good manner to understand this type of ecosystem is actually layers. And the first layer is the models. These are the large language model, and they power everything. And in case of Anthropic, you have Claude, IQ, Sonnet, Opus. Okay, that's the current models. That's layer one. Then you have layer two. Layer two are products. And these products are different types of products powered by the models. And so in the case of Anthropic, you have Claude, which is the historical chatbot. It is conversational. It's good for quick thinking, drafting, creating some artifact, connecting a bit with connectors and CPs. Like, they have expanded what Claude can do, but basically that's a chatbot. Then you have Claude Code. Claude Code is a bit different. It's powered by Claude, but it has a specific harness, a specific frame inside of which the model is working. And that turned Claude Code into an agentic workhorse. In my case, I use it to run my entire business, and the members inside my community use it, Claude Code, to run their entire business. Coders use it to do code, develop. In Claude Code, you can use IQs, Sonnet, Opus, you can choose the one you want to use. And the model will operate using capabilities, tools, features that are the harness of Claude Code. Agentic harness plus models gives Claude Code. So that's explain why in Claude Code you can have subagents, you can have skills, you can have hooks, you can have MCPs. You have Claude that can auto-compact its context window. You have automated memory of Claude Code, and so on. All these are components of the harness, and they help the models to perform better on specific tasks. Okay? Same. All the file systems, settings.json, .md, all these are part of the harness that define Claude Code. Then you have Cowork. Basically, Cowork, it's another product, so it uses part of the harness of Claude Code, but it's not specifically designed for coding. Initially, it's more designed for regular work, for non-coders, which means it's using part of the capabilities of Claude Code, but with a UI, user interface, that is more user-friendly, non-techie friendly. And so that's another product. Same, it's powered by the models, IQ, Sonnet, Opus. Then after, you have other products, such as, for instance, the Agent SDK or the API platform. This is more for builders and for developers, and allows you to have programmatic access to the models here, and benefit also here from specific capabilities. But it's more for developers. Okay, these are the products. There are some other products. For instance, Claude Design is another product that is specifically designed to help you create designs. So these are products. Then the third layer is what I call surfaces. And surfaces are way to access, which means You have products that give a frame to the models and that are powered by the models, and they help the models perform in a specific manner. And then you have surfaces to access this product by different channels, manner, okay? And so among surfaces in the Anthropic ecosystem, you have the web, historical channel to access Anthropic product, Claude, initially, and now all the products. And so that means it's a web app at the end of the day. Okay, that's the Claude.ai that you know, most of you. Then you have the desktop app, which is the app on your computer. Then you have the mobile app, it's another surface. Then you have the terminal, and specifically the terminal is the surface to access Claude Code and the API platform here. And for instance, the VS Code extension is a surface that allows you to use Claude Code inside the terminal. Then you have the IDE, okay, for developers. Different surfaces. That means you can access, for instance, Cowork through the mobile app, through the desktop app, or through the web app. Same for Claude, same for Claude Code. Okay? So these three layers define the Anthropic ecosystem. Guess what? That's the same for OpenAI. But before I show you this, there is a fourth layer actually that defines your system built on top of the ecosystem that Anthropic or other AI vendors gives you. And this layer is what I call your system, and that's the multiplier. Nowadays, we use AI as a system, not as a chatbot, but as a system. Why? Because the products have become more sophisticated, the models have become more sophisticated, and the surfaces you can use to access the products and the model have been flourishing. All these are ecosystems that Anthropic gives you access to, and you can make it better by adding your own system on top of that. Refining the harness of Claude Code or Cowork, or even refining what is inside Claude with your own system, your own files, your own rules, your own .md, your own settings, and etc. More important, first step is the context about your situation, your business, your goal, the way you work, etc. And you feed the three other layers with this. That's really the step one to design your AI system. Once AI, which means models inside a product that you access through one or several surfaces, is aware of your business context, that's a huge step because now you can exploit the power of this ecosystem, but in your specific case. Then after you will develop your workflows, which are repeatable systems, processes to wrap around the tools and that are operated by the models. Typically, when you build skills, when you build automation, workflows, or just when you build projects inside Claude, for instance, this is what you're doing. You are building workflows to make the product operated by the model, which you access through the surfaces, actually execute real work as per your standard, benefiting from the context about your business, right? This layer here is really what unleashes the power of this ecosystem. Of course, according to your preferences or your exact situation, you may lean toward one product or the other, and you may prefer to access through one surface or to the other, or you may prefer one model to the other for specific tasks. But all this is super flexible and can adapt to your preferences and the way you work. Okay? If you have understood this, models, products, surfaces, and what you can put on top of that to make all this ecosystem yours, I would say you have understand everything about AI. I took the example of Anthropic, but actually it works for any ecosystem. For instance, OpenAI, that's the same. The models, raw intelligence, GPT 4.5, 4.5 Pro, etc., are video models or image generation models, not just large language models. Then you have products, you have the ChatGPT chatbot, you have the ChatGPT agents, you have Codex, equivalent of Claude Code, which is an agentic harness, let's say, or coding harness powered by the models, and you can access to the models through API calls. And then you have surfaces, same. You can access this different product of OpenAI through web, desktop, mobile, Atlas, OpenAI browser. For Google, that's pretty much the same. Models, you have Gemini 3.5, 3.5 Pro, etc. You have product, you have the Gemini chatbot, you have Notebook.lm, you have AI Studio, you have Gemini Enterprise, so different products powered by models. And then you have surfaces, way to access these different products. Quite a simple map, but if you understand that there are models, there are products, there are surfaces, everything will be way clearer. And then you will be able also to spot AI noise or AI news that actually do not matter. This same map works for Anthropic, for OpenAI, and for Google. So forget prompts, forget stacking up AI tools. You need to understand this concept, models, product, surfaces. Once you've picked the right ecosystem component, how to use the capability of the product you work with to actually make it an expert at your business, at your workflows, at your processes, connected with other AI workspace that your teammates are working. And that's how you can deploy that inside your company.